Oh yeah, that's snow. Yeah, I think the last time I was here was in the winter, and there was a big snowbank along here from the plow, and I had to trudge my way and jump over the snowbank and everything. So anyway, not this time. That's good. Anyway, let's go. Just go do the post vacuuming grooming here. I just did all the edges. I find that when I use the skin safe brush, and I know there's hair, or there is hair, it um, tends to throw quite a bit of hair and fibers. Sort of spins it off to the edges up against the baseboard, so better off to do the edges and everything and in a post vacuuming step. Anyway. Alrighty. This carpet is cleaned up very nice, as it usually does. It is very worn. My previous video I talked about that a little bit more. That's a wear mark right there. Really flattened down right there and felted together. Which, even though I run the spin safe brush on there, it's still not going to take that out of there. Significant wear right along here. Where I'm at right now, the bed was sitting, so there's no wear here. That mark that was over here, yeah, it's gone. Really looking good in there. Other than the wear. But it's really been fluffed up nicely again. It'll flatten down, of course, but it's presentable now, and obviously looks really clean. So, and it'll stay clean. I guess they had a cat there too, because you can see lots of sprouts. I don't remember that, but a lot of, looks like a cat been clawing out the carpet here. That's my guess, anyway. So I'm running the Hoover at the lower power setting right now, which is what I normally do when I post vacuum. Looks like I've gotten all the stains out of this carpet, although there wasn't actually that many. It was, this was the little baby's room, and you can see quite a bit of wear right in there. There was a crib sitting over here the last few years. I think they have 2 or 3 kids. Yeah. Again, a lovely looking carpet. So, this is just after 11 now. I'm almost done. Just got to groom the steps. And my next job is not till 1. It's not too big a job. I think it's only 3 or 4 rooms and an area rug or something like that. So it'll be an earlier day today. But tomorrow, I've got 3 or 4 mattresses, a sectional couch, a chair, and 2 or 3 rooms and a set of stairs. So a sectional can take a couple hours to do. In some cases, depending on how big it is, it could even take longer than that. I've done sectionals that have taken me like 3 or 4 hours because they've been huge. I can think of one right off the top of my head now, and it was like, I don't know, 4 sections to it, and like everything was just huge. Fortunately, it wasn't overall really soiled, and it cleaned up very nice. But and oddly enough, I actually like doing them. I like doing furniture for some reason, even though it can be very time consuming. But I just like doing it. And I generally, in most cases, I actually use my E600 extractor because I prefer to do furniture with that. In most cases, not always though. Sometimes I use the SETT method and the orbital pad machine I have, which works very well for the right fabrics, but I don't think it's the right thing to use on every situation. So it's nice to be able to have the choice and be able to choose the best for the fabric, because fabrics will vary a lot more in what works for them, and just what's easier to work with on the fabric, partly because of the style of the furniture. Sometimes the extractor tool is better to use on the furniture, and sometimes the orbital pad is a better choice. Depends on the situation. And sometimes you don't want to put the on some fabrics you actually don't want to put a agitation, because some fabrics are just too delicate, and you got to be able to differentiate that. I'll be putting out more videos where I talk about that over time, I guess, when opportunities arise. What that is, but it's sort of stuck on there. Okay. And I just put this new bag in here a couple of days ago. It's pretty much full. It's up to about here, which is about really the maximum where you'd want to go with the bag. So it does really work well. Okay, I gotta groom the steps and I'm done. So I'll let you go. Thanks for watching and have a good day.